Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Jeff Babbitts, and today we're going to take a look at Ellusionist's latest mystery deck, the Blackwater Ranch playing cards. Let's get right to it. Welcome. I'm gbabbits, and if you're new here, I'm a magician who likes to play with cards. Today we're going to take a look at the latest mystery deck I got in from Ellusionist. When I opened the package, it was the Blackwater Ranch fine playing cards, and we're going to see just how fine they are. Now, if you're not familiar with Ellusionist's mystery deck offerings, it comes out, I would say, almost once a month. They do skip months in between. The last one I saw was January, and this one was July, so maybe it's a few months in between. However, when they do come out, they're announced, and they don't tell you what the deck is. It might be rare, it might be unreleased. Who knows? You never know. These are some of the decks that I've got in the past. I also got green cohorts, I got a Knights deck. There are a few others, I believe. Don't quote me on this, but I believe this is the 23rd or 24th mystery deck release. There is not a historical list that I can find of all the decks they've released over the years. So we just kind of go off the community search. People might post about them, people might not. I know I have shared one or two on Instagram when they've come out, and people will post here on YouTube or Reddit. It's hit or miss. Someone should set up a list for that. I'll get started on it. Before we jump into the deck itself, I'm going to leave a link down in the description to where you can pick up an Ellusionist mystery deck as well. If you use discount code gbabbits, you will score 10% off your order. Check the description for more details. So this month, when I opened the package and this deck came out, I'm not going to lie, this is not the vibe I normally get from an Ellusionist deck. It's a different color scheme. Yes, these decks here have black and white and red thrown in, but green cohorts and Knights decks, they're different colors. This is just what I had laying around. This, however, nice brown with a brownish-red color scheme. We do have embossing over the tuck. What I really love, though, bottom flap, embossed stars. I don't recall ever seeing the bottom of a flap actually customized like that. This little stamp, this vibe here, we don't really see it anywhere else on the tuck, but we will see it inside. It's really cool. It's a vibe of the deck itself. Fine playing cards, I do like that. They're not regular playing cards, they are fine playing cards. This whole design here, I really dig it. No sticker, it's great, but we have hearts, clubs, diamonds, and spades. We have a little symbol for each. Is that symbol carried throughout? Let's find out. Ooh, look at that. The inner flaps have artwork. The inside of the tuck has artwork. Oh my gosh. Artwork galore. Look at that back design. That's a lot of stuff going on right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the faces. We have two jokers, non-identical. The design itself is identical as far as I can tell, but clearly the colors are different. Check out that ace of spades. Remember, I said the stamp. The stamp on the bottom, it's not the exact same stamp, but it's like a cow hand, a cow branding stamp. We have the BWR for Blackwater Ranch. Pretty neat. Now, these are kind of almost standard pips. There's a little custom artwork, but you can kind of see they have a dust effect going on, and it actually carries over into the font of the pip, the numbers themselves. So that's pretty cool. Now, one thing I noticed when I flipped through this deck before, so you can always, the ace of spades, this is a one-way design. The face is a one-way design. However, now you see there are cool one-way tricks you can do with the faces. Normally people want to say you can do magic tricks with one-way backs. I don't believe this is a one-way back. But with the faces you can too, because if you look, with a 3, you have 2 pips facing the same way and one's the other. So this is one direction, this is another. You can do tricks with that. However, if you take a look at some of these, now on a normal deck of cards, like say a bicycle deck, you're gonna have 4 of these pips facing one way and 2 facing the other. And here, it's 3 and 3. And it actually carries over to some of the other designs too. So normally the 8 could be used because 5 of them would be one way and 3 would be the other. Like we see here though, there is that center pip for something like the 9, and I believe the 7 also has that extra one. So we actually lose some of that one-way design of the faces in this deck, which isn't a terrible thing. It's just something I noticed because I actually use that index. We have the courts. They're pretty standard. They have a custom color scheme vibe. They have that dusting effect going on, and each one has that stamp, that branding as well, which is pretty nice. And we have the diamonds. Check out the diamonds. The actual font itself is black, but the colors of the pips is that kind of brownish red. I wouldn't say burgundy, but maybe burgundy. I'm not a color scholar. We'll flip through these. I don't know how I feel. I kind of like that black with red design. That's different. Again, on the quartz, we see the branding. In this case, the branding is black. It was red over on these other quartz, or that brownish red color. For the clubs, back to the red. Oh, I like that club design. That's pretty cool. We have the Suicide King. And we'll just flip through. So even the hearts have the black with the brownish red. And we have that big old ace of hearts. We have a nice double backer. And we have a duplicate Queen of Spades. Nice. So how do they handle? With typical thin crushed stock, it's good right out of the box. I really haven't done much with these cards yet. Just opened them and took a look at them, and wow, honestly, they feel pretty good in the hands. So yeah, that is the Blackwater Ranch Fine playing cards, the latest mystery deck from Ellusionist. I've been quite happy with the different mystery decks I've received from Ellusionist. I really like the Discord deck, so much so that when it actually got released after the mystery deck, I ended up buying another brick of them. The Street Magic, actually that one's not open yet, so I can't say. But the Marbles 2, Tigers, these are, classic decks. Cohorts, oh, you gotta love them. The Blue Kittens deck came out, the Knights, they're all great decks. Some of them do get released later on for direct purchase, others don't. This deck, I don't know anything about it because it's not available for purchase at the current time, only through mystery decks. And once they take it off the mystery deck list, who knows when it'll be available again, if at all. So if you're interested in this deck, hop over to Ellusionist's site right now. Again, links in description, because it is still available for purchase as of right now. As always, I'm gbabbits, and I'll catch you next time.